All right, looks like we're working. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Red Seat Radio live stream. I am your host, Corbin. Hope all is well tonight, folks. I don't know if I'm excited for this game. I saw someone put in the chat. Who was it? Actually, let me say my highs first, and then we'll talk about what I was just thinking. Well, actually, what you guys were just thinking. CH, how you doing? Fenway Fanatic, what's up? Joseph, Moose, Eric, Mr. Matt in the chat. What's going on, my friends? Damien, how are you? Chris, how you doing? Daniel, Christian, Robbie, my moderator is here, ladies and gentlemen. Joseph, Carlton, Damien, I already said hi, but I see it again. Jack, what's going on? Shane, who never misses a live stream, Cox is here, ladies and gentlemen. Red Sox diehard, what's going on? Moose, what's up? What up, Eric? I got kind of depressed directly before stream. Well, I'm just, never mind. But one thing that really kind of drove me down here was Joseph here. If they make the season 180 games, a 90-win season is still probable. I thought to myself, okay, what would they need to do if they wanted to get to 90 wins this season? They would need to have a 66% winning percentage this season going forward if they want to win 90 games. That's it. That's terrifying. What up, Carrie? Yeah, dude. Yeah. In all honesty, this was a tough road trip. And I think splitting it is okay, right? Oh, I'm freezing, aren't I? Test. All right, I'm back. This was a tough road trip, and I think splitting it was going to be fine. Unfortunately, it's going to get real difficult. You know what I mean? It's going to get real difficult. But we're here. And you know what? At the end of the day, we could watch some pretty interesting pitching performances, you know? Mr. Money Mike Madness, what's going on, man? True. The Red Sox are 500. Red Seat has someone do that math. They've won 5 of their 8 games. We have like a 600 winning percentage. Is that right? We're on pace to win 90 games. Yeah, 6.25. Look at that mental math, huh? Yeah, we're on pace to win 90 games. And Babyum, I don't know. So here's where I'm kind of at. I still think Alex Cora is the manager. And we talked about this last live stream, right? So I'm not going to spend the entire live stream debating whether or not Alex Cora should be the manager of the Red Sox. I've kind of made my stance known pretty openly that I think Alex Cora isn't, like, firing him isn't the answer. I will agree with that. I do think that Alex Cora last night should have gone with Liam Hendriks. And I talked about in my video today, right? It's almost this so the last 2 seasons, right? You had such a young team that you get into this, we need to protect these guys, right? We need to make sure that they develop into Major League Baseball correctly. This year's an entirely different feel, right? Rafi's stinging one, dude. Rafi is red hot. Rafi's red hot. But anyways, so you sit there and last year made sense, right? Last year made sense to protect these guys because you wanted them to develop, right? This year, a guy like Liam Hendriks, you shouldn't be protecting, right? This is a guy who should be out there, who should be doing those things. You look at some of the decisions where it's like we're sitting Willier against a tough lefty. That a baby Bregman. All right. A little bit of traffic. Rafi, what are you doing? He's going to third. He's getting in there. Rafi's quick as hell, dude. I'll say it. Rafi's quick. Second, and third. 1 out against Tariq Skubal. Greetings, Peterson. How are you? Getting rid of Bailey isn't the answer. No, yeah, I don't think. I don't think getting rid of Bailey's the answer. I know. Did I say that? Oh. Yeah, Bailey. I don't think Bailey's the answer here. He's had one season, right? Plus. I mean, like, I don't know who is it? What was his name? Oh my God, how do I forget the old Dave something, right? Who was the old pitching coach? Why am I forgetting his name? I feel like it's been 10 years since Bailey's been here. Yes, Jay, that's correct. We're not on pace to win 90 games. That was the entire point of my statement. What up, QB? Come on, Rob. Okay. That's a good question, Damien. I don't think we'd hear much about it. Maybe we'd hear something about it. That's it. Dave Bush. Thank you, Mike. Dude, I've been sitting here, driving myself crazy. Is that deep enough? Please be deep enough. Rafi, the fastest player in the league. Of course it's deep enough. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a little 1-0. Sox get on Scooble in the first inning. Breaking news. Huge. What are they getting on Manchester, New Hampshire, Joe? But back to your question, Damien. I don't think that we're going to hear much about Rafi being at first base until Rafi's actually at first base, right? Because that's sort of what happened with DH. You didn't hear much about it until Rafael Devers was just the DH. The fact that we get hyped for a sac fly in the first, I'm going to get hype over every run, dude. That's just a heads up. Chad, I'm going to be excited when the Red Sox score tonight. Can we talk about Christian Campbell's home run last night? That was absurd. It was ruined immediately, which sucks. But that was absurd. He turned 97 around the opposite way. That was crazy. That looked like a fly ball. Hey, Prodigy, what's going on, my man? Dobbins getting 12 Ks tonight. That'd be sick, huh? Yeah, dude. I it was crazy. Campbell's so good. But having a Blaze Jordan, he's still, I think he's still grinding in the minor leagues. He's having a little bit of a down year from, ugly swing there. Hello, baseball. What's going on? Let's see. That's what I'm saying, Joe. He turned 97 on the inside corner out. Did you guys see Tanner Houck was put on the IL? Color me shocked. We'll talk about it in tomorrow's video because no one's going to want to talk about this series, but we'll talk about it a little bit tonight too. Yeah, Prodigy, I don't think you're alone there. Yeah, it really wasn't too hard to call Sonny. I mean, that was the only option, right? The only option was to do that. Yeah, Blaze got a he's got a 765 OPS and a 255 average with 2 home runs in 28 games. Dawson Tatum news, devastating, dude. It sucks. It really sucks. I'm curious with the Celtics. I'm curious what their offseason looks like. I kind of feels like they're about to tear it down. Bueller will be back in the Mets series. Don't know which day, but be back in the Mets series. What's up, Water? OB will be back. He's just taking a series off. Yeah, thanks, Jack. I didn't see that message. I appreciate you. What's Cutter looking like? Cutter is throwing live bullpens. He's got probably 2 more of those, and then potentially we talk about rehab assignment. I would guess probably I always say about a month, but I really think it'll be about a month when we start to see rumors of Cutter Crawford coming back. His ego sustained injury. Who? Houck? Dude, I of all people, I don't think Houck's got an ego problem, man. Does Breslow have the? Yeah, Breslow has full control. I mean, Breslow tomorrow could tell Cora he's fired. You know, like Breslow could fire anybody. He's boss. How many wins do I think the Patriots will get this year? I think they'll be. I think they'll be sneaky good. That's a strike every day of the week. What are we doing there? Oh, Dobbins getting squeezed early. Not what you want to see. How's Fitz doing? He's throwing bullpen sessions. Isn't face live hitting yet. Team is okay for now. That's exactly what they are. They're the definition of mid. They're definition of okay. They shouldn't be. That's why it's frustrating. Will Devers ever play first base? Dude, I think it's going to end up being yes. Wow, Dobinson 98. Dude's fired up. Can we get some claps in the chat? Water and Outdoors became a member. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you here. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Why did that get cut off? Well, that means a lot to me, Water. Thank you. I saw David Ortiz sent Devers a public comment. I didn't see what Poppy said. Oh, I see what you mean, Dennis. Yeah, it could be a physical thing, right? He could have been playing through something. Get it, Duran. Get it, Duran. Get it. So close. Yeah, diehard. You know what? I'm not giving up on the Sox yet. I can't sit here. I can't do it. Right? That doesn't mean I don't think the team is bad right now. It doesn't mean I don't think the team needs to be better. It doesn't mean I don't think that the team needs changes. It's just that it's May, and I think you have time to make those changes, and we'll see. Man, Kerry Carpenter's putting together a hell of an at-bat. 26 months of being a member for Mr. Prodigy. That's crazy. We should trade one of those thousands of starting pitchers the Dodgers have. Aren't they all injured right now? I don't know that they're in the position to give any of them up. Yeah, thanks, Joe. To me, it's nothing like I didn't make a video like groundbreaking. You know what I mean? I didn't make a groundbreaking video. Like the moves were so obvious that it's like, come on, you know? My baby Dobbins. Look at the other question I put. What happens with Massa, and will he play defense at all? Every day, my opinion on Massa changes. I think he's destined for the 60-day IL at some point. I do think he's going to get put on there at some point. It just doesn't sound like he's anywhere close to being back with this team. In terms of what happens, dude, your guess is as good as mine, man. I don't know that he'll ever play defense, I think, the more I think about it, right? Because when he's ready to come back, Roman's going to be – he's already pounding at the door, right? He's going to be breaking that thing open with like a police raid. So you can't really put him in the outfield and justify it by any means. Shirts got sent out. So they should be there, which is great. If you guys, or they're coming, I should say. If you guys got a giveaway shirt, let me know. Thoughts on Avi Baez this year? I mean, good for him, dude. Good for him. Took a position change, but he got there. What up, JB? Corbin, I have a dilemma tonight. Uh-oh. I have Tariq Skubal of Detroit on my fantasy team, and Wilyer Abreu. That's brutal, man. That's brutal. No, Casas definitely won't be gone this deadline. That would be selling, Damian. That'd be selling Casas at his absolute minimum. Absolutely. He's at his lowest value ever. They are definitely not trading him at this year's deadline. Now, what that looks like when he's healthy, I don't know, right? In my opinion, if we see Rafael Devers at first base this season, I don't think Casas has a future on the team. I just don't, because if you're gonna make this switch, if you're gonna put Rafael Devers at first base, you can't do it again at the end of the season. Be like, hey, thanks for your service. Welcome back to full-time DH. Throw that glove away again. You know what I mean? What's the date the Sox need to wait to bring up Roman? It's what is it, chat? It's like mid-June, early July. I think it's June 16th, I think. Would I trade Duran at the All-Star break for bullpen help if the Sox are in the mix? Nice pitch, Dobbins. Great first inning from Dobbins, dude. I love this. I love Dobbins. I don't know, dude. Not for a bullpen arm. I don't, unless it's like Ryan Helsley. I don't know. Who replaces Bregman if he walks over this year? Probably Marcelo. Is Dobbins the second option? What do you mean? Who gets sent down when Roman Anthony comes up? The easy answer is honestly David Hamilton. It sucks to say after what he did last night, but I mean, you think about it, right? You could cover second base and shortstop with Romy. If you keep Nick Sogard on there, you could kind of put him in there as well. That's kind of the answer, I think. Do I think Bregman will walk? If he keeps having a year like this, 1,000%. Oh, is Dobbins the number 2 starter? I think I still give that to Buehler, just because Buehler had we talked about this 100 times, right? He's made 6 starts. His first 2 starts were terrible. After that, he's got a sub-3 ERA. I give it to Buehler just because he has experience in big games. Right now, if we're talking, okay, playoffs start tomorrow, the Red Sox are in. Who's your 1, 2, 3? Just right now, I think it's Crochet, Buehler, Dobbins, right? I mean, I love Bayo. I trust Dobbins more than Bayo right now. Giolito had a great start in Kansas City. Don't get me wrong, right? It was fantastic, but if we're doing a 5-game wild card series, I have to, right? Crochet, Buehler, Dobbins. Do we have any chance of retaining him if he continues to have the year we have? I think if the Red Sox are competitive this year and make a run in the playoffs, I could see him opting in. He's got an opt out after the first 2 years, right? I could see him opting in. Hey, Anthony. They will trade Rafi. Trust me. I don't trust you, Mark. Not one bit. I'll tell you this, if they trade Rafael Devers, I will be shell-shocked. Shell-shocked if they trade Rafael Devers. What just popped up on the screen there? I didn't see it. Oh, shots. I see what you mean. Yeah, they could. I don't know that they will, but they definitely could. You know what the best part about that first inning was? The best part about that first inning was that the Red Sox were able to make Skubal throw a lot of pitches. There are too many sheep that won't admit it. If you're blaming the entire 5 years of 500 baseball on Alex Cora, we need to have a conversation of who you really think the sheep are. I'll be totally honest. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, Justin. I appreciate you. Like, to me, that's just such an easy, like, kind of lazy cop-out answer, if we're being honest. And 5 years of 500 baseball, it just isn't true, right? Because 2020 wasn't with the team. 2021, they made the ALCS. It's really 22, 23, 24. So it's 3 years. Man, that was a hard hit ball, too. That was a hard hit ball. Yeah, Joe, I really don't. At some point, it has to be Cora's fault, though, right? I hate that we're having this conversation again, but yeah, Sogard looks good. Throw 2019 in there, so we're just tossing things in to say the last 5 seasons. Like you're adjusting your goalposts to make your conversation work. That's not really how it goes, right? It's been 3 years, and this season is in May. Let's have a conversation about 4 years in a row by the end of it if this continues. You know what I mean? Like I understand that at some point, yeah, you need to look at the manager. I get that, but at the same point too. Right, we're just excluding. '21 was an anomaly. So this is the other thing I hate, right? Is people be like, oh, but the Red Sox being 500 over the last 3 years, that's on Alex Cora. But the 1 year they were good, nothing to do with Alex Cora. Like that drives me crazy because it's like you can't have it one way. Right? You can't have it both ways. If you're going to blame Alex Cora for the losses, you also have to include it in the wins. Hey, Keith. See, now that was a Tariq Skubal inning. Yeah, I love Carlos Narvaez. Nobody talking about how young this team is. They aren't the Dodgers or the Yankees. I mean, they're still young. My issue with the young conversation is, okay, say Don's in his second year, Willier's in his second year, right? Narvaez is a rookie, Campbell's a rookie. But you also have Bregman, Story, Devers, Duran, who's at this point a veteran, right? You got Rob Refsnyder on there. Your rotation's not really young anymore. You know what I mean? Crochet has legitimate major league experience. That's a guy who you need to have as your ace, right? Bueller's certainly not. Bueller's certainly not. Giolito's certainly not. Bayo's definitely not, right? I don't know. Like in age, yes, but in experience, not really. Hey, Andrew. Andrew, you got to be psyched by this, man. Hey, by the way, to the show we go. Or actually, now it's just to the show. My apologies. Shout out from Brazil. Hey, man, Leonardo, thank you so much for watching from Brazil, man. That is some dedication. I really appreciate you. To the show, real close with Dobbins, so you got to imagine they're pretty psyched about it. They don't play winning baseball, and Cora's the manager. But again, that's just sort of like to me, to just full stop, they're not winning, it must be Cora. It's just kind of lazy. Like there's so many other things that we could talk about here. right? That, and maybe Cora isn't having the best managerial year he possibly could have. I don't think that's an argument I'm going to die on the hill of, that he's having the best possible managerial year he could have. What I'm going to die on the hill of is that I don't think that this team is 10 games better or 5 games better with, I don't know, name them, right? Name said manager. Because then the other question is, who do you replace Alex Cora with? Oh, Jason Varitek. Varitek's been here the entire time. If we're going to talk about Alex Cora being the reason, Tech's been right there the whole time too. So then who else? Who else are you putting in there? You know what I mean? Yeah, Jules, then you're just like, you know what I mean? Like you're blaming everything on one thing and then that's it. You're refusing to look at other factors. Oh, that ball was crushed. Riley Green's good, dude. That's on Pete Rose being eligible for the Hall of Fame. I don't have all the facts, so I'm not going to make any. I really, I'll be honest. I know sort of like the bare minimum with Pete Rose and the cheating or the gambling stuff, and then the stuff he had off the field. So I'm not going to comment on it. Yeah, Detroit's an interesting team, man. They're just solid. They're just like no one's like incredible outside of Tariq, right? No one's like incredible. They're just a solid baseball team. Let's go get Adley. Yeah. Okay, Mason. What are you going to give up for that? Yeah, the Rockies are historically bad. Wonder, how's Michael Toglia doing? Hey, thanks for subscribing to the channel, Griffin. We appreciate you. Leonardo, thank you. Did I see Cora's comments on EEI? On what? Not Michael Tonkin. Michael. That a baby. That's a big strikeout right there. Michael Toglia. Oh, he's not been doing well. Wonder if a change of scenery would be interesting. He leads all of Major League Baseball in strikeouts. Never mind. White Sox fans must feel good this year. Who do I like more for catcher, Narvaez or Christian Vasquez? I mean, we've only seen a month of Narvaez, so I don't know if it's fair to compare. What was it? 5 years, 6 years of Christian Vasquez with 1 year or a month of Carlos Narvaez, but I really like Narvaez, dude. I'm having fun watching him, you know? Longer Narvaez? Man, excuse me. Right now, not even close to... not even close. It's Narvaez. And I like Wong. I stay a fan of Wong, but you can't have games right now where like Narvaez needs to be starting 4 out of 5 games. I think that's the answer right now, or 8 out of 10 games. You know what I mean? Like Wong should see like 80 ish. Wait, that's like half the season. Like 40, 50 ish games. I think at this point, Narvaez is just so much better. Who else besides you should I watch on YouTube for Red Sox content? Monster Territory. It's a great one. If you like longer form, don't mind swearing. Section 10's obviously to the show. Baseball podcast. They do more regular minor league baseball stuff, but a great baseball podcast if that's what you're into. Look at this thing, chap. I've upgraded. Look at it compared to my head. 310 to left. That's a good one, yeah. Look at this. I've upgraded. I'm never gonna have to go to a break during a game again. Hey Corbin, what's your ideal starting five? Right now, I think it's pretty clearly. All right, that a baby. One more out. Come on, Dobbins. When we get in the soundboard, I'll look into it. In terms of rotation, I think right now, tag it is Crochet, Bueller, Dobbins, Bayo, Giolito. I do need to get a soundboard. Soundboard would be fun for these live streams, huh? Dobbins' curveball looks real good tonight, chat. Looks real good tonight. I'm hoping for a ground ball here. Come on. Yes. What? Cora, put your headphones on right now. Ugh. That throw beat him by what? 5 steps, dude? Wow. That was a good throw. On the money and everything. Just missed the tag, I guess. That sucks, man. Dude, I thought that was in. That sucks so much. Oh my God. Quick question. Since Pete Rose can now go into the Hall of Fame, do you think they'll let the Royd era players in? Dude, if you let Pete Rose in, you have no argument for Barry Bonds or Roger Clemens not being in. If I'm being honest. Man, this umpire's got a weird zone tonight. Dude, I really thought he gunned him at home. That sucks. Tigers are making some loud contact. It's a horrible take. That's crazy. Hit a lead for 7 minutes. JP, it is the third inning. Hey, 85 might be enough to make the postseason. Tigers rebuilt fast. Yeah, they did. They did a great job rebuilding too. You're sad you'll lose this game? Then leave. Bud Black for Cora. Yeah, genius. Diehard Red Sox fan? Doesn't sound like it tonight, my guy. Middlebrooks drives you nuts? I like Middlebrooks. What's up, T-Bones? JP. tell me what Dobbins' ERA is. They aren't this good? Dude, they might be. He was betting. That's still cheating. Which one of these is this one? There we Can I ban the guy that said Bud Black for Cora? Nah, the laughing face at the end, I think it was a joke. We may have to do some cleansing bans tonight though, Robbie. You know what I mean? The Red Sox really need this win. We may need some cleansing bans here. Didn't it work for our last game? Like, we won our last live stream, right? Trade for Francona. You here for it? Let's go. Move on. Hypercritical. Oh, I think Middlebrooks is young, right? So I think he's just trying to find himself. Which mod got themselves in trouble? Clip. What's my second favorite stadium? Yeah, I thought he was out at home too. To me, that was worth it. Movana showed up to every live stream. Still trying to figure that out, Prodigy. It's not 100% or anything. I just wanted to throw it out there. I shouldn't have thrown it out there without getting more concrete plans, but like, to get it going, I needed sort of a general, hey, this is how many people ish, right? So we're still trying to figure it out, I think. 10 seconds? Nah, because, I think the option are, what is it, 10, 30, a minute, and 10 minutes? Maybe we do 30 seconds. Thoughts on Pete Fatsy? Dude, when's the meet and greet in Tennessee? Tomorrow. Oh, wait. Thoughts on Pete Fatsy? Here's good God. Tariq Skubal just good morning, good afternoon, good night. I was actually having a conversation about this today with someone in the Red Sox sphere. My debate was, is this a Pete Fatsy problem, or is this just the swing and miss specifically? Is the swing and miss just how the Red Sox are constructed? That's my genuine question. Because I don't know the answer to that, right? If you made Dylan Lawson, right, who's right now your assistant hitting coach, if you made him your primary hitting coach, does this Red Sox team strike out less? That's the question, right? And I don't know the answer, if we're being honest. I have no idea what the answer is. I guess to answer your question, Eric, I don't really have a true opinion on Fatsy, right? When it's going good, we never go, wow, Pete Fatsy really figured it out, right? But when it's going bad, we always look at Pete Fatsy. When it's like, okay, is it a little bit of both? Is it, are there guys in this organization, like Alex Bregman's a perfect example. Jeff Passan put out an article today where he talked about how the Red Sox actually pointed out things that they think he needed to change in his swing. He did that, and now he's having the best start of a season in his entire career, right? But we don't credit that to Pete Fatsy and them. We credit that to Alex Bregman. However, on the flip side, right, you talk about this where Rafael was told to take the first pitch, but he hasn't been, and because of that, we sit here and we go, is Pete Fatsy the reason the Red Sox are losing? Or Rafael Devers makes a position change. He's clearly not happy with the organization right now. It takes him a little bit to get into a groove. We say, hey, is this a Pete Fatsy thing? Are the Red Sox approaching this the wrong way? Right? I don't know. I don't know if that, genuinely, it's not me defending Pete Fatsy. It's me asking a genuine question. Is this more a Pete Fatsy thing, or is it just how the Red Sox are constructed? So looking at the standings, the East, the weakest division this year, yeah, it might be. Yeah, because the AL Central looks good. The AL West has some pretty good competition. NL West is great, obviously. NL Central, how are they doing? I don't know. And NL East looks good, yeah, because the Mets have one of the best records in baseball. Relief pitching has been the worst of this year's team. My problem is when someone says this is the worst part of the Red Sox right now, is you say that and then it's like, okay, you fix that. Right? You fix it. Okay, great. Then the hitting's still a problem, right? Then the defense is still a problem. Then getting thrown out on the base pass is still a problem. Right? So I don't know that there's really any one part of this team that's truly the biggest issue. I would say if you had to pick one, I would agree with the fact that the Red Sox bullpen right now, I mean, you lead the league, and blown saves is kind of a ridiculous statement because they're losing these games in the 7th and 8th inning. I would more so say blown holds makes more sense. If they think their coaches are not effective or not, maybe it's on the players. I think ultimately, at the end of the day, baseball is such an interesting sport, right? Because in hockey or football, right, you're calling plays, specific plays. Marcelo Meyer, just another RBI single. You're calling specific plays. So if something isn't going right and you have the talent, you sit there and you say it has to be the play calling. Right? Or it has to be, the way you're substituting. If you look at basketball, right? Similar thing. It has to be the play calling. It has to be the substitutions. It has to be, the way you're practicing. But in baseball, it's like you don't have the full, team is just not aligning. There's so many other issues, I think, because it's such an individualized sport in a team sport. Right? It's not just solely a team sport. It's an individualized sport within a team sport. You could sit there and you could say, well, maybe it's the managing, but also maybe it's the fact that, these guys are sitting in the clubhouse. They don't know each other well enough to fully depend on each other yet. Or maybe it's the fact that you have such young players and these individual guys are working through stuff like Christian Campbell is right now. Or maybe it's, I keep doing that. Or maybe it's, there's so many different things you could point to. Maybe it's, the idea that you didn't construct the correct bullpen, or, there's so many different things. Are still prevalent. Yeah, it sucks. It definitely sucks. Because those were like the two things that were supposed to be better this year. Right? Maybe not so much the relief pitching, but the defense specifically was supposed to be much better this year, and it's just not. And again, maybe by the end of the year, guys settle in. A lot of it. Campbell has, I think, the most errors on the team right now. Is that something that gets fixed as the season goes on? Bregman made a bunch of errors early. He hasn't been making errors lately. That's going to settle out, right? I still have hope for the defense, but you're right. You sit there and it's like, dude, come on. Right? You bring in a Gold Glove for third baseman. You bring up a very, very good defensive or athletic prospect, and those are your two biggest problems? That's crazy. Could be very wrong, but I'm sure the issues front office are having an impact on the internal leadership dynamic of the clubhouse as well. I'll be honest with you. I don't know that this is affecting the team enough where this is losing them games. I don't. And I'll tell you exactly why. It's because Rafael Devers has never been a vocal leader in the clubhouse, right? It was never really like young players, they go to him and they watch him, right? They watch what he does. They watch how he approaches at bats. They watch what, how he focuses on certain pitches and certain pitchers. Maybe they talk to him after games and stuff like that, but they never really, Rafi's not sitting the team down in a tough situation and saying, look, everybody, this is what we're going to do, right? He's just never been that guy. All he wants to do is shut up and play baseball. That's it, right? And so from my point of view, if I'm a player in this clubhouse, I never really looked. If I'm struggling, right, or if the team is struggling, I never look to Rafi to bring us out of it, right? I look within myself, and I look to Rafi on the field to bring us out of it. Hunter Dobbins looked disgusting that inning, by the way. So I don't know. Like, I'm sure some guys are pretty miffed right now, right? I'm sure there's a lot of players in this clubhouse. I would venture to guess at least half these guys are sitting there saying, Rafi, just throw on a first baseman's mitt, dude. We want to win baseball games, and if this is what way the front office thinks, then let's do it. But I'm sure there's another half of the clubhouse that's sitting there that understands, right? Because we're looking at this from an entirely different point of view than the way the clubhouse is looking at this. And I don't know that we'll ever get the perspective. We certainly won't, right? We'll never be in a major league clubhouse. Do I bring up Meyer to play second? If Christian Campbell's going to first base, yeah, absolutely. Which I don't think is the worst idea in the world. He's already, like, you're already playing him in center and left field. Like, if you're worried about his development at second base, you're already playing him at you know what I mean? You're already playing him in different positions. So why aren't we at least trying to do it in first base? Yeah, it's a great way to put it, Sonny. Do I think that Ted Williams was approachable for advice after the games? I'm a huge Ted guy. I'm gonna have to say no. I feel like if anything, bring up Meyer to play short. Give me Myers. So I talked about in today's video, right? If you're looking for the best offensive lineup, it's Christian Campbell at first base. It's Marcelo Meyer either at second or short. I don't care. With Story at the other one, Bregman at third. This is where it gets tricky, right? Because Duran has been struggling this year, right? It's a what? 80 OPS plus. It's not great, right? Say Don's been getting better. Willier's your third best hitter. Maybe your second best statistically, right? That's not a guy you're moving. So it's Roman Anthony in either Duran's or Rafaela's spot. And right now, Duran has the upper hand, you know? So I give it to Duran. Oh, baby, that ball is crushed way back. Alex Bregman! That guy's just smoking a joint in the outfield. What are we doing? Put him up. Alex Bregman. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Alex Bregman, dude, this guy, oh my God. He just doesn't matter if it's the best pitcher in the league, the worst pitcher in the league, he's going to punish you. That's what he does. It's all he does. That was crazy. Good for him. Just an absolute. You knew that ball was gone the second it left the bat. That was crazy. Look at that bat flip. Oh, my. Oh, me. Oh, my. Keeping score. Nice, Steven. Both felt right. I agree, Damian, but, you know, I don't know. Shane, that would be Garrett Crochet. Breggy for Mayor Boston. You know what? I'm in. I'm in. Oh. Yeah, Eric, the blackout restrictions are so dumb. Who was our last Cy Young winner on the Sox? No, definitely. I don't Porcello, right? In what was that? 18, 17? 17 maybe? Alex Bregman. You guys didn't hear that? 16. Porcello was 16. Was it 16? I thought it was. Why did I think it was 17? Who's starting for Friday's game? It's Sale Crochet tomorrow, right? Yeah, that's right, Alex. Dude, we'll see now. Shane's saying 17, so I have no idea. Hey, that's awesome, Ashley. That'll be a ton of fun. I'll tell you what, Kevin. I'm same. I was psyched for Bregman because I thought he was going to be like a 120 OPS guy or OPS plus guy. He was going to be just like a little bit of an upgrade. Crazy. Kluber won in 17. Man, RIP Kluber, huh? What a guy. Was that the last guy we Phantom IL'd? Same, Eric. Same. Yeah, I was trying to think of that today when Houck went down. Nah, he didn't. Pfft. Christian Campbell just got robbed, dude. Hey, Kevin. How many All-Stars on this team? Rafi, I think definitely, if he continues to do this. Bregman has to be, and Crochet I think has to be for sure. I wonder if Campbell gets in at some point. I wonder if they have a comment. Like who would be the better second? Is there a definitive second base that guy's gonna make the All-Star game in the AL? Like I'm going through Gleyber Torres, I think is the answer right now, but like is he gonna stay that hot? Yeah, I'm a huge Story guy. I think when he's hot, he's one of the better players on the Red Sox, period. I don't know how much longer the Red Sox can justify him being your everyday shortstop. I just like if you get to June and he's still hitting the way he's hitting right now, and Tariq Skubal is one of the better pitchers in Major League Baseball, right? So guys are going to struggle once in a while off of him. Right? That's going to happen. But if you get to June and he's still, whiffing, when he is getting on base, it's weak contact. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Chapman, I think, has got a shot. Although, there's some really good relief pitchers in the AL right now. How much we're paying him to play? No, I think ultimately the reason they're playing Story still is because of what I said, right? He figures himself out. He's one of the most impactful players in the Red Sox. He is, right? So it's tough to sit here and just fully give up on that. It's almost impossible to do, right? Especially when you're paying him. But I think ultimately the biggest reason is because of what he could be. How do you even move on from Story? I don't think you do. I think you just sort of relegate him a little bit to a bench backup role, which I think is kind of stupid. That's a great point, Jack. Yeah, I think based on actions the Red Sox have taken, it's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to sit here and just simply say, oh, they're paying him, so they're going to play him, right? Yeah, Eric. There's no way. The only way Trevor Story opts out is if he had a year like Alex Bregman had. He's not going to have that, right? He's just not going to have that. Let's see what Twitter is saying, huh? Yeah. Who do I want, Story or Xander? Prime Xander or Prime Story? Dude, I'm such a Xander guy. I'm taking Prime Xander was special, man. Prime Xander was special. And it's mostly just because he was here, right? And if I were to put together a list of my favorite My favorite Red Sox players of all time, Xander's very close to the top of that. I loved Xander Bogaerts. I think his leadership, that swing, dude. That swing was absolutely ridiculous. It was smooth as butter. His approach at 2 strikes was incredible. And this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, when did Pete Fatsy join the Red Sox? Does anyone know? Oh, no. That's a double easy. Gun him, Duran. Ugh. No, I see your point, Alex. I do absolutely see your point. My point is, the only thing I would say to that, Alex, is Marcelo's all potential, right? Story's actually shown that he can do it. That's the only difference. I don't know why I stopped at different, but it's difference. Come on, Corbin. Put your head on straight, Figure it out, brother. All right, come on, Dobbins. Please, sir. Boggs, see, I never got to see Boggs. I don't even know when he retired. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, no, kept him at third. Okay. All right, there's still a chance. Alex, I'm sitting here agreeing with you. Yeah, they need to be up. I literally made a video today talking about how they need to be up here. Right? Ah. It's going to tie it, but we'll take the 2 outs, I suppose. Grounded into a double play there. I guess I'll take it. Yeah, I'm glad he went to second there. If he went home, that could have been a huge problem. Because then it would have been first and second, no outs, most likely. But they've been seeing Scooble good tonight, Maybe they can get him out of the game earlier than like 9 innings. Ugh, you gotta be kidding me with that. How many baseballs this season have hit the bag? Genuinely. Against the Red Sox, how many baseballs have hit the bag? That one looked like it hit the bag too. No, it didn't. Okay. I'm just complaining to complain, it looks like. Dude, the Tigers are just like, you have to score runs to beat these guys. They're going to beat your pitching. Bregman coming in to give him the old answer the problems here. Yeah, Eric, it's different now, man. If you take a look at the top 10 top 10 prospects from the last, let's say, 5 years, as long as they didn't do something heinous and are currently sitting in jail in the Dominican Republic, they're all stars. Like, they are all good players in Major League Baseball. Baseball's gotten very good at scouting and developing talent. Bobby Witt Jr., Gunnar Henderson, Jackson Holliday's been good this year. Even going further back than that, right? You keep talking about guys like, I'm trying to think of names. I'm sorry, I'm just totally blowing. Ellie De La Cruz, right? Paul Skeens. Why was Weissert used last night? Well, he was brought into the game because he's a good pitcher. He was brought into the second inning because Alex Cora, if something went wrong, he needed someone to be able to pitch the inning after that, which makes sense. But at the same time, too, if you would just put Hendricks in, you may have not needed that extra inning. The problem was if you'd put Hendricks in, you wouldn't have been able to throw anybody else, right? He would have had to go the entire rest of the game. And that's a big problem. Yeah, it was a 2-run lead, Matthew. What a surprise. We get a lead and immediately give it up. Frustrating team to watch. Yeah, Chris came in here last live stream and said we weren't winning this one either. So this is actually a good thing. I will say it is frustrating, but the Tigers are a good team, man. You got to figure out a way to score a lot of runs against these guys. They're going to beat your pitching. It's who they've been the entire year. They're going to beat pitching. They've beaten good pitching the entire season. Mookie, Mookie was never the top prospect in baseball. I'm talking specifically like let's say like 2019 on. Hindsight is 2020. That's a great point. Narvaez officially starting catcher now. I would say, yeah, he's going to get more reps. And that's why the Tigers are hard to beat, man, because they've got a good rotation and they just beat. That's what they do, right? They score runs. Benintendi, yeah. Moncada was the Red Sox last top prospect, yeah. No, was Benintendi? No. Was Benintendi before or after him? I think he was around the same time. Yeah, Alex, I mean, you look at it, you sit there and you say, why is Abraham Toro on this team, right? But Abraham Toro is about the same offensively as Connor Wong right now. Did we get any news pregame about? I didn't see anything. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Did you guys see anything about the return date for Romy Gonzalez? That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Corbin. Jose Iglesias was never the top prospect in baseball. My favorite player from the 18th season, Xander. Things not going well in the Celtics game. Brock Holt, that's fair. Do I really see the Red Sox as a playoff team? I mean, dude, right now, no, right? Like you can't sit here and as this team is doing currently, say that this team is playoff bound. No. But that doesn't mean in a month that conversation doesn't change, right? They have a good month and they might be leading this division. Yeah, I tried to listen to that interview today. I got pulled into a meeting at work, so I didn't get to finish it. But yeah, it was an interesting interview. $27 months from Mr. Money Mag Madness, the man, the myth, the legend. Who should the Red Sox go after at the trade deadline? Catching wise, Sean Murphy, Taylor Rayleigh. Out of all of those, I think Sean Murphy's the only relatively realistic one. The Mariners aren't letting go of Rayleigh anytime soon. Kyle T would be hilarious, but not gonna happen. I don't know that the Red Sox really have a catching need. I think Narvaez has been fine. But 27 months, Mike, that's incredibly impressive, man. Thank you. A lot of people said that the Athletics are gonna be sneaky good this year. Cal Rayleigh would be sick. Yeah, Cal would be insane. Imagine you'd be able to replace Trevor Story's bat essentially with Cal Rayleigh. That'd be crazy. we hadn't discovered Narvaez. No, it's never lucky when a player gets injured. I think the Red Sox still would have discovered Narvaez. He was looking good before Wong got injured. I really don't think, like, people were already talking about Narvaez becoming the everyday catcher before Wong got injured. I don't think so. Cedon, I will give him this. Cedon is making a ton of contact this year. When is the Story contract up? He's got an option after this season, a player option. If he opts in, what is it, 27? I think is when the contract officially ends. If he doesn't opt out. But see, I say that now he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. That's on me. I don't know. I don't know if we're ready as a community to have a conversation about Duran, but Duran has been struggling this year. And he's still a productive player overall, but is there a world where he does opt out? If he doesn't like money, I guess there's that world. No, not with Narvaez, Jack. I don't think it's crazy, Kevin. Like Duran's currently hitting 254 before today's game. 254 with a 300 on base percentage, a 381 slug, and a 681 OPS. Now that's way down from way down from last year. The year before that, where he kind of broke out a bit, it's way down from that, right? It's about 50 points on his on base percentage, almost over 100 points on his slug. Interesting. Yeah, Alex. It is kind of interesting that his defense has gone down quite a bit. I don't know if maybe he got comfortable. I don't know what it is, or if teams figured it out. But there's another one, right? Duran's the heart of the team, and the personality of you will like. I don't see him being benched or traded for a long time unless something drastic happens. I don't know, bro. Like I get that. I get he's the heart and soul of the team, but like, is it? This doesn't sound crazy, but is it beneficial for the Red Sox to hold on to a guy who's a good clubhouse guy when they're losing games and could replace him with someone who may not be better clubhouse guy, but maybe better offensively for you, right? And at the bare minimum, give you relatively decent defense, right? I mean, Duran right now is in the 31st percentile and outs above average. His arm value is in the 38th percentile. His overall fielding value is in the 34th percentile. Like it just, I don't know, right? In every business, yeah. That's sort of where I'm at right now, right? It's like, you know, is it better to have, especially when you have Bregman in the clubhouse, especially when you got Ref Snyder in there, especially if you got, I understand Story's been, maybe a bit worse offensively than Duran this season, but you've got guys like there and them. Is it, I don't know. Like, how much leadership are you, like, does the team fall apart if Jarren Duran's not in that clubhouse? That's my question. That's my question. Is the real Duran, or can he rebound? If he can't rebound, then you move on. The only problem I have with saying, you just move on is Duran also, if you can, or you feel as though he can rebound, right? Wait, because then the value's so much higher. Trading him now is going to be way less valuable than if you traded him this offseason. Wow, that should have been a strike. Trading him by the deadline, if he's heated up a little bit, you may get some of that value back. I don't know. I don't think the team is falling apart. Yeah, it'd be really interesting. I think fans would be super upset, and I think they would have a right to be super upset. My point with that, Eric, is I get that. I get that David Hamilton's got a ton of speed. But if that's the only thing you're bringing to the team, isn't there someone out there who might be able to give you a little bit more? I don't know. Celtics are down by 8. Thank you. I've been looking for that update. Is there someone more trade? I mean, the most valuable player you could trade right now from the outfield, Willier, but that's also your third best hitter. So that's a double-edged sword. Right, but then if you're bringing up Roman Anthony, does he quickly become your third best hitter? I don't know. I figured you would, Mike. Right, so the outfield situation's tough. Package deal with Corbin Carroll. Yeah, there you go. See, if we just trade Duran for Corbin Carroll, we'll be all set. Yeah, Alex. I mean, it's hard right now. It's almost impossible right now to say that Willier's the odd man out. I don't. Yeah, in the offseason, I said it at what? At basically every other video. Trade Duran for Class A. Duran normally does hit better. Yeah. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. They have a bunch of mixed bag players right now. That is a really good way to put it, right? You look at so many of these players, and you just don't know what their full season's going to look like. We're sitting here talking about whether Duran's going to bounce back or not. You're talking about Don turning things around lately. You're talking about Story and what could he be this season, right? It's a ton of guys who have potential to be really good, but also the potential to stay this bad the entire season. We just don't know. Oh, nice. I got off the wall. Wow, that was a long single. Let's go. Man, I thought that baseball was toasted. This dude bat flipped. Favorite player on the team? Dude, I'm telling you. Rafi is if we're talking about heart and soul of the Red Sox, it's Rafael Devers. This team, if you look at the statistics, in games where Rafi does not get a hit, they're like 4 and whatever, like 15. When he does get a hit, they're like the exact opposite. It's crazy. They're so good when Rafi's there. Hey, my guy, how about we call a check swing on them? Yeah, see, Alex, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. What in the world just happened? What just happened? Should we just stay like this, chap? I feel like I look like a ghost. Like I'm emanating. Is that the right word? Emanating? I don't know. Sometimes I mispronounce words. Get over it. Look like a ghost. Like I'm emanating. I don't know. Now I've messed myself up. It looks like I'm bringing out light. Looks like I'm the light source in the room. Who was the highest on base percentage on the team? Yeah, it's got to be Bregman, but I think Willier's actually close. It might be Devers. He's close to 400. Says Devers is pitching. Get this guy on the mound. I think I've officially lost it, Chad. I've had this picture of my old dog. This is Fenway. I've had this picture since college. So at least 5 years. Wouldn't mind Haug in the bullpen. I'm kind of concerned they're going to shut him down. Is that a hubcap from your car? Yeah, I did. I found one in the bag of Jess's car the other day. I don't know what to do with it. I'm not going to put one on, But I want to throw it out. I don't know. It's just sitting back there. I also have a sign from somewhere near Boston that could be near Fenway Park. Hang it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my 45-cent hubcap from my 2012 Jetta. Yeah, that's fair, Damien. Yeah, that guy Judge, what a weirdo, dude. Dude sucks. Mr. Bob Dylan, hey, I finally got around to watching Complete Unknown. It's pretty good. Emulating is imitating. What is it? It starts with an E and you're like expelling. Emitting? No, that's not it. Maybe it is emitting. Emanating. Emanating? That's what I said the first time and I screwed myself up. Man, Scooble is locked in. Unfortunate. Dude, it's Scooble's just like there are at bats you sit there and it's like, will he ever get hit? It's crazy, dude. And then of course there's Bregman, who's now 3 for 3 off of him. As I say that, Alex Bregman hasn't gotten out against him yet. Hey, when's the first time the Red Sox faced the Yankees? Am I hopeful to take the East? Yeah, dude, I have to be, right? You're 3 games back. That should be your focus. What does Manfred think of the Pete Rose thing? I honestly, I've said this before. I don't know enough about the Pete Rose situation to give like a legitimate, full, like debatable breakdown on the Pete Rose thing. The only thing I can think of is you can't ban a guy who's dead. Like that's literally like, that was the first thing I thought. Well, that makes sense. He's dead. Like you can't ban a dead guy. So it's like, I don't know. I just don't know anything about it. June 16th. Man, we gotta like why is MLB like preventing the Red Sox from playing the Yankees until midseason? Celis just tied the game. Let's go. Nope, June 6th. Screwball. That would be a really good like name for a drink out. That has to be a thing, Dennis. Has to be. All right, Robbie Ref Snyder, let's go, baby. It's weird, Alex, isn't it? Like, you would think these guys would want the Red Sox to face the Yankees as soon as humanly possible. Really get the season. It doesn't feel like a full season until you've had your first Red Sox Yankees series, it feels like. And they're preventing me from getting that. That was so funny that picture hit the exact spot of the light. Scared the hell out of me. I thought the entire power went out. Scuba's 12 strikeouts. Check. Can we fact check that? $11? Oh my God. Which pitcher will the Red Sox go after? Hopefully a couple of bullpen arms. That's the answer, right? It has to be. Yeah, Alcantara, I think at this point with where he's at, it doesn't make sense to give up what the Marlins would be asking for at their average on 10 strikeouts a game. It's been a bit lower lately. Scooble, it feels like, is a bit of a exception. This isn't gonna come down. The only thing I was just thinking was it's gonna come down to a bullpen game, hopefully. Right? I mean, hopefully, obviously, the Red Sox get to Scooble, but but if it comes down to the bullpen, it could be kind of interesting because their best arms went yesterday. Our best arms went yesterday. I mean, Chapman could probably go again tonight, I think. We got Hendricks. You got Criswell, Hendricks. It's kind of it, right? Maybe now Bernie pitched 2 games. Maybe Justin Wilson went. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. You might be screwed. How many pitches did Slayton throw last night? Not a lot, right? Why not Guerrero? Because my guess is because they're going to put Criswell in a starting role or at least a long relief role. $5 super chat from CH. Can we get some claps in the chat? Actually, you know what? I always say that because for 2 years I had people clap. Now you can like the message. So make sure you guys like the message. Keep your house clean to avoid Yankee fan infestation. Raid works too. I got some ant traps the other day. Maybe that'll help with it. I appreciate it, CH. Thanks, man. Means a lot. Yeah, Chapman's been surprising as hell for me. I was not expecting Chapman to be as dominant he's been this year. Whitlock needs to spend the summer in Worcester. You know what's interesting? Is if you take a look at every single one of Whitlock's sort of underlying statistics, he looks really good. It's 1 or 2 pitches that he just can't execute, and somehow, some way, he's getting punished on every single one of them. I still have faith that Whitlock can turn it around. You cannot be putting Whitlock into that big of situations right now. You can't do it, right? Duran almost just had a really big misstep. Thoughts on Justin Wilson? I've liked him, man. I've liked him a lot. I thought he had 1 or 2 bad outings when he first got here, and now it's a lot better. Oh, that was good timing, Plock. Trade Raf Snyder for an Anthony opening. Yeah, but you still wouldn't be able to play him every day. Thanks, Mr. Bob Dylan. People got so mad at the idea of like fitting. Someone told me that Sedan's on pace for a 6 WAR season. There's no way he gets a 6 WAR season, right? Hey JP, how you feeling about the team right now? I told you, man, they were gonna hate you. The Tigers are gonna hate you. JP, well, why is this the metric? Speaking of Justin Wilson. No news on Yoshida. That was a good one, Mike. It looked like such a good start for so long. It did. It looked like such a good start for so long. He was looking really good. Yeah, there was some hard contact, but he was looking good. Is Cora's job in jeopardy in May? No. No. How long will Houck be in minor league baseball? Try and figure things out. I'd say at least a month. Yeah, but Carey, you need to get one of these games. The Red Sox, I think going into this stretch here, right? You face the Royals, who were the second best or second hottest team in baseball, hottest team in baseball coming into it. You face the Tigers, who have the best record in the AL, the Braves, who are really hot right now, and the Mets, who have the third or fourth best record in the NL. Right? You get through that with 500, then you can kind of take off a little bit. You needed to get one here and keep yourself at the 500 pace because now you got to for sure win one of these series. I'd throw a parade, Dave. I'd throw a parade. Nah, Newcomb won't be back in the rotation. They'll probably start Criswell. Maybe they'll start Newcomb once, but then Buehler will take that spot. Texas making an internal change. All they did was fire their hitting coach, dude. Do you think pitching staff can keep this team from ending up past 500 at this point, or too soon to say? I think it's too soon to say. They started hitting. Didn't they? They lost their series to us, didn't they? Yeah, they literally lost the series to us. What are we talking about? They got better. They fired their hitting coach and then immediately lost to us in a series. MLB app is so stupid. I say this every time. It's so dumb. 2024 schedule? Why don't I want the 2024 schedule? Yeah, like, this is so ridiculous. Someone needs to be traded. You don't really need to trade anybody. At least you don't lose tomorrow. Yeah, that's true. How long is Fitz down for? Honestly, I don't know how long he's going to be out for. I know he's throwing bullpens right now. That's about it. That's all I know. I wish I had a better answer for you. No way we just got hosed on another throw, right? Any positive news? Sure, the Worcester Red Sox are up 6-3, I think. Never mind, they're up 8-4. Marcelo's got a couple of RBIs. Yasmani had a big game. How are Meyer and Anthony doing tonight? Let's see. Meyer is 2 for 4 with an RBI. Anthony's 2 for 3 with a walk. CH. CH. I mean, saying we're out of the playoff race in May is crazy. What was the Astros record last year? What was the Mets record last year on May 14th? Can we get a fact check on that, please? Could someone please, I don't feel like sitting here going through that. Could someone please look at the record of the Mets on this date on May 14th? Can we also take a look at the Astros on this date on May 14th? Fair to say the Rockies are out of the playoff race? Yeah. Okay, that I think we could do. Except we aren't the Mets and the Astros. Yeah, dude, everyone said the Mets and the Astros. Yeah, hopefully you don't jinx that, Eric. Yeah, Myers got a 282 average and 846 OPS. Anthony's got a 306 average and 906 OPS. Why isn't Yaz gotten the call up? Who? You know what's kind of wild? This is the first. For a fact, by the way, no matter how good the Red Sox do this season up to that Rocky series, they're going to lose that Rocky series, right? Yeah. Time to call up old Carl Yastrzemski. Truffle Shuffle. I don't know that mine would be any good. Need to beat the bad teams for sure. It just feels like a very Red Sox thing to do, to go to have like a 700 winning percentage or whatever, and then find a way to lose to the Rockies. I did, yeah, Cleve. They're not doing anything this season. It's May. You know what I mean? It's May. They look bad right now. But to declare that this team's going to do nothing this entire season in May is, in my opinion, ridiculous. I'm sorry. Right? There's a difference, in my opinion. There's a difference, in my opinion, of sitting here and saying that this team needs to figure it out, that this team needs to put it together, that we need to figure out certain pieces, and then sitting there and saying, like as of right now, what they are doing is not playoff worthy, and then saying this team doesn't have it, they're out, we're done. Right? If you're out, you're done, then stay out. That's all I'm going to say. Right? I'm just going to sit here on May 14th and say that if you are out and you are predicting the Red Sox are done, then be done. Be done with the team. Be done with the season. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. We'll see you again in 2026. Cheryl, I'm talking directly at you. Right? If you're sitting here saying this team does not have it, then don't watch. I agree, Off. I agree. If they're going to be a mediocre team the rest of the year, then call up Anthony and Roman. Because at the bare minimum, like a mediocre 500 baseball team is just unbelievably boring. It is, right? And I can tell you exactly it is because my views are dictated based on how the Red Sox do. Right? The Red Sox do well, there's a whole lot of views. The Red Sox do poorly, people tend to tune in to see what's going wrong. The Red Sox sit here in the middle. It's a boring place to be in, right? But if that's where you're going to sit all year, bring up Anthony, bring up Roman, because then at the bare minimum, you're not just watching a 500 baseball team. You're watching a good baseball team develop into a great baseball team. 19-22 at this point last year. Thank you, RC. And they were what? A game away from the World Series? I'm kind of just talking to CH. I'm kind of just talking to Cheryl here. Pal, the Yankees are better. Yeah, clearly the Yankees are better right now. At no point am I sitting here saying the New York Yankees are a worse team than the Boston Red Sox. They are clearly better. No one's debating that fact. My God. Let ours waste valuable years. It's not, I don't know that they're wasting valuable years in AAA right now, but you don't let them come up here and develop, especially if your plan is to just let this play out. Right? I don't know. Unless something magical happens. 4 games out in May is not good. 4 games out, Cheryl, is a week. It's 1 week. You are 4 games out and you have 115 games to make up 4 games, and you're saying, yep, nope, 4 games is my limit. They get to 4 games in May, the whole season's over. 120 games. And we're sitting there and we're saying it's impossible for the Red Sox to make up 4 games over 120. Cheryl, do the math. Even if the Red Sox are 500 the rest of the year and the last 2 weeks they win every single game, they win the division. What are you talking about? Yeah, Ryan, no one, this is what drives me crazy, is people think that because I say, hey, there's a possibility over these 4 more months at these 100 games that the Red Sox figure something out and they put themselves in a position to make the playoffs, that they go, Corbin, so everything's just fine and dandy, so we're just going to ignore all the problems on the field. So clearly you guys are just blind idiots. No, right? Of course not. We all see the problems with the Red Sox. We're all sitting there. Hey, Ryan, take a peek at my channel right now. When was the last time I made a positive video about this Red Sox team? I made one positive video, 2, right? Because they beat the Royals and they beat the Rangers, right? So I sat here and I said, hey, look, Red Sox might be turning some things around. Before and after that, you've got just straight negative videos. No one is sitting here looking at a way for the Red Sox. That's why I'm confused. You're defending this non-serious team. I'm not defending anything they're doing. Are you guys listening to me at all? Are we just sitting here, you're hearing the first word and the last word and that's it? Brother, I'm not defending the team. I'm just saying statistically, mathematically, if you are sitting here saying, hey, Corbin, the team's eliminated from the postseason with 100 games to go, 100 games to go, you're losing your mind. And there we go, right? You cut the deficit down. Now it's 3-5. Yeah, it will be Colby. It's okay. It's okay to be disappointed. We're all disappointed. We're all disappointed in the Boston Red Sox. No one is sitting here saying they are happy with this team. No one. If you are sitting here saying you're happy with this team, you're not paying attention. You're not. But if you are sitting here saying that this team has absolutely no possibility over the next 100 games, 100 games plus, it's really like 120 games. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? If that is truly your opinion, then leave and don't come back. I mean, genuinely, you just simply can't handle it. I don't know what to tell you, right? Like there's such a big difference between being disappointed in this team, understanding that there are flaws with this Red Sox team, and also understanding that this is a long season. This is a marathon. Yeah, you can, Peterson. Liam, they came into the season World Series favorites in the AL. I just want to say that. The vendors are trying the hardest. I agree, Christopher. Can't claim 67. There we go, Jaron. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 5-4, and you guys are sitting here telling us the season's over. It's all over. The sky is falling. I can't believe this. Fire Cora, fire Breslow, trade Devers. Then leave, James. Then leave. It's as simple as that. Yeah, Cleve, I'll bring it up tomorrow. You'll die on that hill? Weird hill to die on. Zero good decisions this season. Wow, grew up. The most mature thing you could do, Cheryl, is if you're not happy with the team, walk away. Isn't that the most mature possible thing you could do? Like, you tell me to grow up, but wouldn't the most mature possible thing to do is just sit there, right? We have 1 million pitchers in the IL. What do we have? Like 5 pitchers in the IL? Go. Rafael Devers back up the middle. We got ourselves a tie baseball game, ladies and gentlemen. Cheryl, keep talking, baby. Please. Please. You're helping this team. I genuinely think the negative energy. Come on. No. Cheryl needs to keep complaining, I think. $1.99 super chat from Kevin. Make sure we get some likes on that for Kevin. Thank you so much, Kevin. Let's go Red Sox, he says. I believe. Bully you? At what point did I bully you? I said we need your negative energy. $1.99 super chat from Lawson. He says, ban Liam for that comment. I don't even know what comment you're talking about. If only Dobbins looked like himself today, agree. Christian. One day. Bang out some trash cans. Boo. Boo. Sox rally, Damien. $10 super chat from Eric. Can we get some likes on that message? 10-minute timeout for Cheryl. No, we're not going to time anybody out, man. I think she left, but I appreciate you. Can we get some likes on that message, man? That means a lot to me. Thank you. I have my thoughts. You were getting upset. That's how this works, Cheryl. You share your thoughts, I respond to them. That's kind of how this works, isn't it? I don't know, man. You're typing into a chat where I've been reading the entirety of chat all night, and you're expecting me to what? Just do nothing? Maximo, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Maximo. One of these days, I'm going to tune into these streams, and there won't be an argument. I don't know, Maximo. I don't think it's ever going to be a possibility. Can we get some likes on that message? Thank you so much, Maximo. Corbin loves the debate. Yeah, I mean that's really like the entire purpose of this live streams, right? It's like a game on in the background. Not with everyone saying stuff. I mean, Cheryl, you've been the loudest when we're talking about the negativity surrounding the Red Sox in the season. So I don't know. Bregman's putting up a fight, ladies and gentlemen. This dude's up here. I'm Bregman, and you guys are Holton. That's what's going on here. LOL, be back when they lose. Okay. And then we'll have a conversation. We'll have a conversation. I'm always here to debate. What was that, a 20-pitch walk? That was crazy. A Ref Snyder home run right now may make me throw up. Lawson, who cares, dude? We're not gonna sit here and try and debunk people's online personas. James. Rob home run and I cook a whole steak. Man, that'd be awesome. It has to be Abreu. It has to be. I still believe Jack Riley killing is fine. He's here somewhere. They're putting it from the top rope. Wait, what's Roman Anthony's the wrestler's theme song? Easy, Eric. We're not gonna get personal here, guys. Keep it baseball related, please. Will you still donate, James, if it's Willie or Abreu? Thoughts? Appreciate it, Shane. Thank you. It is Willier. Take a nice IPA. Yeah, I could use I don't know, with this game, dude, I could use a fifth of tequila. Abreu's pinch hitting for Campbell? That doesn't sound right. Chad, you know that the Red Sox are pretty close to breaking the all-time home run record? No home run record, I mean. No, for Rob. That's what I thought. I gotta stop looking at my screen because it's so ahead. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Abreu's slow. No, I don't think he's slow. All right. Who are we relying on in the bullpen? That's the question. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. Now you got to go with Liam Hendricks, right? I think you have to. Anybody but Slayton or Whitlock. Dude, I think it kind of has to be Slayton too. Uh-oh. Cora can't do anything right? Jesus Christ. No, you guys are just angry and want a head to roll. That's literally it. Cora isn't the reason. Who do you put in as the manager of this team that is going to bring this team to an above 500 record? That's always my question. If you want Cora gone, who are you putting in here that is going to win you more games than you're losing? Look at the Whitey Herzog. I'm quite literally that could be the president of Uzbekistan, and I have no idea. Lawson, thank you so much. Can we get some claps or like that message, please? Yeah, Christopher, I thought it was Albert Pujols. Pedroia does not want to start managing until his kids are in college. Next. Apply to be manager. Okay. I'm in. Put me in, coach. Euclid? Oh, man. No, that would be a disaster. Petey will be an awesome manager one day. He's not the answer right now. Had a baby Hendricks. Ortiz will not manage this team. Next, James. Tech may actually do it, but Tech's been here the whole time. You think he's truly going to be an entire culture change that's going to give the Red Sox 10 plus wins? Right? No. He kept. Oh, what a catch! What a catch! No way! Oh my God. That did not happen. For those of you who weren't watching, for those of you who could not see it, Wilyer Abreu robbed a home run by smacking the ball back into play, and Ceddanne Rafaela caught it. It was in and out of his glove. It was in and out of his glove like this. Came out. Ceddanne Rafaela caught it with his hands. That may have been the craziest catch I have ever seen. Genuinely. I do not know how that catch got made. That was crazy. What are they replaying here? What are they? What? I actually don't think Kevin Youkilis would be a super good manager. That was, dude, that was, I cannot believe that play got made. Like, I genuinely cannot believe. Manny would be an absolute terrible manager. Dude, what just happened, dude? That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I cannot physically believe that catch got made, dude. I thought that was out for sure. That's 2 platinum level defenders, folks. Wow. Wow. Wilson's already been in the game, James. Never. Never seen anything like that ever. What just happened, dude? Literally, okay, let me replay it a bit for people who cannot watch the game. I need a ball or something. I could have a ball around here somewhere. I do. Okay. All right. So, can you guys hear me from all the way back there? Can you guys hear that when I'm talking back there? Yeah? Okay. All right. So here's how it went. Home run line. Okay? Home run line. Here's the ball. Abreu, jump, hits here, falls. Cedon's right here. He just goes, catches the baseball. Craziest thing I've ever seen. That was wild. Yeah, he basically just like hit him and it just like you miss it. Adjust that catch. Yeah. Yeah, the catch stood. Yeah. It's grow up, Cheryl. If you're gonna insult me, it's grow up. Perfect reenactment, thank you. The old 9-8 put out. Just as they wrote it up, folks. Just like they wrote it up. Now we need Christian Campbell to just put one 800 feet. I need to see the longest home run anyone's ever hit. Chapman time? I don't know. I think you gotta wait till the 9th inning to use Chapman. He's a 1-inning guy. You can't burn him. Good trade guy? Yeah, but he's not getting traded. Wish Cedon being up right now would be. Wilyer being up right now would be perfect. If Wilyer and Cedon had made that catch and then they were like 8 and 9 with the bases loaded, easy. Griffey can confirm it. Who's up? It's right there. Wait, right there. Needs more stamina? Nah, he's just, I mean, if you're blowing 103, that was a disgusting changeup. All right, Trevor. Trevor, if you don't get a hit here, I want Marcelo Meyer up tonight. It's a great point, Tryhard. It's a great point. You know, this has been an awesome game, Sonny. It's been a fun game to watch with you guys. Even though some people can't enjoy themselves. Celtics up by 7. Let's go. Story worse signing than Yoshida. Dude, if we're going to compare worse signings, I mean, Yoshida's not playing. I'm waiting for the inevitable bullpen sell. It's very funny to me. Hey, easy, RC. Easy. We're not doing that. It is very funny to me that some people, they just like James, right? For example, James, just like, can we enjoy the moment? You know what I mean? Like, do we have to sit here and be like, everyone's like, yeah, that was awesome. And you're like, but the bullpen's going to give it up. And it's like that old, and I always bring back to this, SNL skit that they used to run where it was like Debbie Downer, right? And it was just like, it was like, yeah, we're having a good time. And she's like, but my cat's dying. Bwah, bwah. And they like zoom in on her face. Yeah, give me Marcelo. Give me Marcelo. I love Story. Dude, yeah. Caesar up. Let's go. Caesar up by 7. Let's go. Eeyore. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, every at-bat tonight has been brutal from Story. Every single at-bat from Story has been brutal. He should be ultra focused, dude. He's been, I mean, he's not been good, but I'm talking about Sogard specifically. Hey, Worcester beat him. My favorite player on the Celtics, Derek White. Love that dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Story had that good week, and then I was like, Peyton Pritchard. Yeah, I like that. Okay, well, that was ball 4. But we're just doing nothing. We're just not including that. Crazy. And then immediately grounds out. That's okay. Okay, dude. What do you do about Grissom, by the way? I said in my video today, I think. I said it, I think, today, but my thought is, Prodigy, is I would, for now, I would DFA Toro. And I would keep Sogard up at the major league level when Romy gets back. And I would just sort of hold on to Grissom in case Sogard doesn't work out. When does Fitz rehab start? Not in the immediate future. Steve-O, don't even put that out there. Oh, yeah, Pluck. For sure. I think that's a good way to put it, Monster. Would we be better or worse if we kept Tyler O'Neill? Tyler O'Neill's been terrible this year, so definitely worse. Because then you probably don't get Bregman. All right, Slayton back in. Slayton did pretty well last night from what I remember. Why not Hendricks? I genuinely don't know what. There's got to be something going on with Hendricks. I don't know. Slayton's curveball was a bit wild yesterday. Thought he looked pretty good. Yeah, I agree, Liam. I don't know. Eric, thank you so much for becoming a member of this channel. We got to figure out what day we're doing our members only chat, by the way. We got to figure that out. I'll put out some options later this week, I think. $5 super chat from Lawson. Lawson, thank you so much. You are being unbelievably kind this afternoon. I appreciate you. He says, why people think Meyer can't play first. Guy's big, can make plays. Just got to give it a chance. I don't think Meyer can play first. I don't totally hate it. Does Willie get an assist on that? Dude, that's a great question. I have no idea. I would assume so, right? He had to have. But I guess maybe not. Yeah, so we got 3, 4, 5 due up for the Tigers. Okay, so we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. I'm not looking at you guys anymore. To pitch in, you mean, Matthew? Why not Anthony? Gorgeous. Yes. Okay. Yeah, see, Liam, this is why I stopped looking at chat in between. So I'm only going to look at you guys in between pitches. I hope you understand that because you guys are ahead of me in this game. And if I get this spoiled, if I get a home run out there, I may throw this baseball straight through that wall back there. Yeah, I agree, Alex. I agree. No, we lost the game. We lost the game in extras that we tried to do the bands. We're not doing the bands anymore, I think. You fake calls home runs. Yeah, Alex, this happens to me literally every Wednesday. 97 from Slayton. I want to see some 98 from Slayton. Please. That a baby. Boo whoop. All right, Justin. Come on, brother. When do you bring back Guerrero? Tonight. Is that Sabrina Carpenter? I don't know. Please, please, please. Don't prove I'm right. Is that it? That a baby Slayton. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a Cheryl follow-up. Corbin, disappointed in your behavior when I made a comment. During your live, this team without a bullpen can't win the division. Facts. If they don't address that issue, 500 is where they will stay. Won't do anything this season. When someone puts comments, you don't get aggressive. I report your live. You had people saying mean things to me. I did nothing. First and foremost, let me just address this. If YouTube is watching, let me say this. I said no such thing to have chat say anything. All I did was refute her comment. And on top of that, she at no point said, hey, guys, we got to fix this. They're going to end up as a 500 team. She said they're done, and that was what I was addressing. So at no point did I bully her. At no point did I tell chat to bully her. I cannot control what other people say to someone. I have no idea, Prodigy. YouTube is always watching. That's true. Like here's what I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand is, in my opinion, like, we're all here because we love the Red Sox and because we like talking about the Red Sox. We're not going to agree on everything. You can't, like, if I say stuff and I don't expect all of you guys to agree with what I say, right? So why should you expect me to have to agree with everything you guys say? I don't think that's crazy. Is it always this heated in chat? Depends on the game. If the Red Sox are winning a lot, Nico, also welcome in. If the Red Sox are winning, usually not. If the Red Sox are losing or have been losing, usually. And again, it's because the full name for fan is fanatic, right? We're freaks. Glenn, I think you're a bit behind. Clocking into work, Kevin. Can we get some claps in chat for Kevin? Thank you so much. Carlos Narvaez, we got a man on. We do. We have a lot of fun here, Nico. I promise. It's usually a lot of laughing. But I mean, at the same point, Nico, right? When the Red Sox are doing poorly, everyone wants to put their opinions out there, right? Everyone wants to figure out how they fix it. Okay. That's first and second, nobody out with the top of the lineup coming up. I'm done looking at you, chat. I don't want this spoiled for me. What is on my hand? There's some fuzz. Okay. All right, come on. A lot of the jokes do end up involving Mo Vaughn. And I think that might be your fault, Jack. I agree with you, Boston Sports. I agree. Mike does provide some jokes. It's usually a very lighthearted chat, if we're being honest. Lifelong Sox fan, and this is the year I decided to go all in, follow every game I had. You know what, man? Welcome. It's a roller coaster, and you're gonna see points where we are all angry, where we are all wrong, right? But we're also gonna have some really great times together too. Duran, dude. Duran's had a rough game all game. Hamilton's just an honorary base runner. Yeah, kind of. Who's that guy behind Cora to the left? Oh, over his head. Oh, get to third. Go, Hammy. Go, Hammy. That was perfect contact, just a wrong place to put it. Scoops. Like that was such great contact. Just wrong spot. That sucks. Great catch. Okay. All right. Not what we care about. I'm not looking at you guys, by the way. Rafi's 2 for 4 tonight. He's at 2 singles and a run. Been a little bit since we've gotten an extra base hit here, Rafi. Blue, we can't do this, right? We can't just open up the strike zone in the 9th inning. You can't do that. Ball gets away. Hamilton stays. That would have been nice. Little free run. That would have been fantastic. If the ball honestly the ball was a little bit further away, I think he goes for it. But you can't get thrown out at home right now. You cannot do that. This is the most packed I think the stadium is. I wonder if that's because Scuba was starting. Sorry, chat. When I'm nervous, I talk a lot. Yeah, Rafi ain't swinging at that. Vess is afraid to throw to him. He said, I don't want to touch Rafael Devers, but guess what, buddy? Whoa. Rafi. 96 down Broadway, my guy. We got to do something with that. Come on, Scoops. Just give me anything but a ground ball. All right, 3-2. Do we see Cedon take off here? Do we see Rafi got to get on his horse, dude, if he hits a ground ball. I want to see him running faster than I've ever seen anyone run in my life. Rafael Devers better run like the wind. He better look like water in a stream. All right, another ground ball. Oh, okay. It's a 3-2 count, top of the 9th inning. Runner on first and third. Rafael Devers at the plates. All right, timeout. We're just breathing. That's all we're doing. Just hanging out, breathing. No, Scoops. What are you doing? That was like the second worst thing you could have possibly done. Celtics are up 15. Let's go. All right, Bregman. Chad, I can't look at you. You're ahead of me. Alex. No, that was such a good play. No, that was such a good play. Those were two really good plays. That sucks. That sucks so bad. That one, I honestly think that inning was just bad luck, dude. You had Duran hit a ball, what was that, 102 miles an hour? What are we doing? Wow, Celtics live on. That's good. It's Blake Sable's fault. All right, Robbie. Hey, man, I appreciate you sticking around. It meant a lot to me. I'm on my own. I think Prodigy's here. So best case scenario, this goes to extra innings where you don't have any pitchers and you're going to have to use Cooper Criswell. Worst case scenario is you get walked off again. That was only 380. 380 is still really good. Bregman just got unlucky too. So they're going Chapman. Can't get the big hit. Yeah. I mean, they had their opportunities, dude. Duran crushed a ball, just ended up in a glove. Bregman crushed a ball. Yeah, Bregman's expected batting average on that was 410. Like, that was a well-hit baseball. It was just, Gleyber Torres just made a good play. Sometimes you sit there, like, we're looking at the replay right now, right? Diving stop, made the right throw from his knees, right? There's only so much you can do. If there was one out and Rafi hadn't struck out, then you're chilling. But Connor Wong's in a catcher. What happened? Oh, we're not doing this. Duran literally did it, battle rap. He got a fly ball. Pinch runner. Oh. Okay. Yeah, but you said all three guys couldn't hit a fly ball. Duran literally hit a fly ball. I was just pointing that out. Who's up? Todd Sweeney. Is that who it is? Trey Sweeney? Oh, no, dude. Dude, I don't even know if I can watch this. I. Thank you for the distraction off the monster. What's the best card in my sports card collection? Probably one of the Ted Williams up there. Those are my two personal favorite. My dad kept getting them for me for Christmas, and they're like my favorite cards ever. It's the 1956, I think. 1956 Ted Williams, and then a 19-something Ted Williams. Let me look. 1957, 1958. Those are my two favorites. All right, come on, job, man. It's all over. It's all over. I got a cramp. I'm so angry. I got a cramp. What just happened? We did. We had first and third. Sorry, Rap. I should have been more specific. We had first and second no outs, and then Duran hit a really deep fly ball. Hit a really deep fly ball to get the runner to third, and then it was third and first, one out. What the fudge are we doing here? Curse of Cora. Okay, dude. You mean the manager that won a World Series? How? What was? I'm not listening to the game. Could someone tell me what's going on? Oh, they think he left. Oh, they think he missed second. Oh, okay. They're challenging it. There's no way he missed second base, right? Oh my God, he never touched second base. He never touched second base again. He might be out. He stepped out of the baseline, never went back and touched it. There's no way. No, watch. He never went back and touched it. Yes, he touched the first time. He steps off there, steps out of the base path, goes around and doesn't touch the bag. It's not about whether or not he touched the bag initially. It's whether or not after he got off the bag towards center field, he retouched the bag going at third base. That's what Alex Cora is challenging right now. That's not a thing. We're about to find out, Boomer. Why? Boomer. It's confirmed. They just ruled that he doesn't have to retouch second. Boomer, look up the rules, dude. Look it up. Yes, if you step out of the baseline, you have to retouch the bag. That is the definition of it. Stop? What am I stopping? That's just legitimately the rule. I could pull it up if you want. Nope. What do you mean nope? Boomer, are you the rule maker in Major League Baseball? It's a dumb rule. I'm not sitting here complaining about the actual rule itself. I'm just saying that is the rule in Major League Baseball. That's the rule. Why are we not walking by us? Oh, God. Why would we not set up a double play here? Why would we not set up a double play? Okay, never mind. He didn't try to go back to first. Ah, there we go. No, Boomer, I literally said I'm not listening to the game. So Celtics won. But I'm talking junk. What do you mean I'm talking junk? If he steps out of the base path, he has to retouch the base. What do you mean I don't know the rules? That is the rule. Yes, I played baseball, Boomer, but I did not play in Major League Baseball. They're not going to be enforcing these rules if you ump a ninth grade JV team. You know what I mean? You're right, Antonio. I'm sorry. Celtics up by 22 points. Prodigy, can you delete James's message, please? I have nothing. I have nothing, chat. I have nothing. I have no words. Not a single word. Not a single word. Appreciate you buying the merch, Carrie. Thank you. I got nothing. I got nothing. You can blame that run. You can blame that on Wong. Cheryl, I'm begging you to if you're going to tell me to grow up, spell it right, please. Just once. That's all I'm asking. And Cheryl, I never told you that this team was good right now. I told you to not give up on this team in May. That was our entire conversation. But apparently I'm not allowed to disagree with you. So I don't really understand where that's coming from. You could blame that loss. You could blame that loss on the bullpen. You could blame that loss on the Wong at the catcher. You could blame that on the entirety of the offense. Right? There are so many places you can blame that on. I don't know that you can blame that on Cora. I don't know how that's Cora's fault. I mean, dude, to have a this is what's making me even more mad. Is you go from you literally put up 3 runs against maybe the toughest pitcher in Major League Baseball. Then you come in here, right? And you tie the game up. You get 2 opportunities to take the lead. You don't take the lead. You overthrow the runner at second base, immediately gets to third base. At that point, there's no hope for you, right? One singular pitch, and that game's over. You just got the good news here. The crazy news here is that despite the Red Sox being below 500, this is their first series sweep of the season that they did not sweep, right? Got swept. Yeah, I don't think this was really the bullpen's fault either, to be honest with you. There were some really good performances out of the Red Sox bullpen. Like, you look at that series of events, it's crazy. It's crazy. Genuinely crazy. And I mean, we talked about it today, right? How do you fix the Red Sox? Do any of those changes fix what's going on here? I don't know. Right? So now you're below 500. I mean, you're still, what, a game and a half out of... You'll be, what, 2 games back of a postseason? That shouldn't matter at all, I think, at this point, right? Because you have 100 games left. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't also be concerned, right? I think there's clear reasons that you need to fix a team. But I also don't think this is the end of the season on May 14th, right? I don't know, chat. I don't know how. I don't know how I sit here right? And I don't know how we keep watching these games. It is the same game over and over again. It's close games. My God. It doesn't end. Doesn't end. I just stopped by, Matthew. Look, I got nothing to say, Chad. I don't even know, what do we even talk about tomorrow? I don't know. We'll talk about the Houck injury. We'll talk about the Houck injury. We'll talk about, I guess, the series. You know? I don't know. Look, what I will say is this live stream was a ton of fun. This was a great game up until they lost, right? Up until they lost, it was a great game. I appreciate you guys being here. I had a ton of fun tonight, right? Regardless of whether or not we were debating or enjoying each other's company, whatever it was, I had fun talking to all you guys. Unfortunately, it didn't go our way, but I think we had a good time. I appreciate all of you who became members, who donated, who were current members, who kept going. I appreciate it. Have you ever considered liking or subscribing to the channel yet? We do that. We do this once a week. We also talk Red Sox basically every single day. I've been doing Sunday videos too recently, so I can't even say but Sunday, but can't keep doing that. Can't keep doing that. Either way, guys, I appreciate you being here. I'm going to go reflect. I'm going to go reflect on what's been going wrong in my life because of the Red Sox. Hey, I'm glad you liked it, Alex. I'm glad you liked it, man. I had a lot of fun. Cora's fault? How? How? Whatever. We're not getting into anything. I just got a cramp. I appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot that you hung out. Yeah. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. I will see you tomorrow with a very angry, I think, video. But either way, in the Reds.